Hi everyone, once again back to my new episode of Hero Podcast. In today's episode, my new guest is Neelima Kumari. Neelima Kumari is presently the founder of Aspiration Matters training and consultancy firm. In past, she has served as an educator and administrator role for 16 plus years. Also, she is NABET and SQA-certified trainer. Apart from that, her vision is to inspire people in achieving excellence in social, professional, and personal life. So it's going to be a great podcast. Let's continue to watch. And if you are new on this channel, please make sure you subscribe this channel so that I can bring new guests on the show. Thank you. Hi Nilima. So welcome to my show of Hero
Hello.
Podcast. How are you feeling?
Hello, Shubham. Oh, it's great.
It's great.
Great feeling, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thanks for joining me in this podcast. It's great to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So shall we start?
Yes,
All right.
sure.
So generally, the first question which I ask to everyone, Lima, is all about how it all started. How did you fall into the career of performance specialist? What was your story? Yeah.
Okay, so this story, see, from the very beginning, I never thought of becoming a performance specialist. So
Okay.
I had one goal at a time that, okay, I should have some job and I should be financially independent and I should do something what I enjoy. So I went into teaching profession and long year, like 20 years back. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how I started feeling that, okay, I'm very good at training. I'm very
Mm-hmm.
good at guiding people and I enjoy meeting new people. So that was the thing, and that kept going. And just during COVID time, I started thinking about, doing something, better. And my
Mm-hmm.
main idea was to reach out to the mass, reach out to more and more people. And I found that I had some strength and, my uh, I had particular skill that I found that if it is used for more people, then it is really beneficial for the society. And my main goal to become a performance specialist was that I found that a lot of people are confused and they are not like they don't know how to get contented or how to do well in all aspects of life. Either they are working on or there for personal life, but they are not able to balance between all these three aspects of life. So that was the main thing, and I thought that I could
Mm-hmm.
manage and balance very well all throughout my life in
Mm-hmm.
between personal, professional and social goals. So these were the main reason, and definitely COVID provided me the opportunity to go through that program. And I
Mm-hmm.
went through extensive program, business program in soft skills and image management consultancy. And that
Okay.
program gave me a very great insight. Oh my god, there's so much to learn. And
Mm-hmm.
it gave me also regret that I could have learned it long back, when I was young. But then I
Mm-hmm.
thought it is never late. Those who are young, I can definitely
Exactly.
give same knowledge to them so that they can lead really contented life. That was the main idea.
Okay. So that's how you come into
Yeah,
the
that's
performance specialist journey, right?
yes,
So if I ask
yes.
you one thing here, Nilima, like suppose when we were young, okay, so we all thought we all have a dreamy mind, okay, we all thought like I'll become this, or like if I take an example of mine, okay, so when I was young, so I always used to play cricket, right, and I love to be into into cricketing, right, that I just want to be a cricketer, right. So how was you like as a person? If I ask you like how was Nilima as a 10-year-old girl and what she was looking at life, what kind of person you were at those days? Yeah.
So when I was 10 years old, and I don't remember much about when I was 10 years old, but yeah, I remember
Mhm.
when I was teenage.
Yeah.
And that time my main goal was किसी भी तरह से you I have to be educated. That was the main goal. And and I should not compromise on my education, and whatever
Mhm.
happens I have to do well in my life. So this one thing, I have to do well in my life. That was the only idea I had at that time, at that point of time. And
Mhm.
slowly and gradually it got converted into, like, I always wanted to be better every single day. And
Mhm.
that inner drive was very strong from the very beginning. And I used to be very cautious about my feelings and my behavior. How do I behave to people?
Okay.
And these things were definitely were like my values, and I never gave up. Like if problems are there, I used to wait. Okay, this problem is there for today, and it will, I know it will not exist throughout in my life, and I will do better. So I always tried to find out the solution of whatever I had. Like in the beginning it was very difficult for me to know where should I head.
Okay.
Okay, so after my marriage, I got to know that okay, I need to work, not for anything, but I need to work to feel good, to feel confident. So that
Mhm.
was the main idea, and I started from scratch 20 years back. I started from scratch means zero,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
within 2 years, I reached to certain level, and I started working, and I felt very good. I was very confident, and that
Mhm.
gave me a different kind of confidence. Okay, this is very important to be independent, and
Mhm.
it boosts your confidence. And once you are contented with yourself, contented with your aspiration, you are able
Mhm.
to give best at your family level,
Exactly.
you are able to give best at your professional level. So this one I realized very soon in my life. And
Mhm.
feeling good was very important. If you
Very
feel
important.
good
Yeah.
about everything, you give your best. So that was the main driving force for me, and I always kept working to feel good. So suppose
Yeah.
when I get saturated, I always look for, okay, what is next? So again, this time also when I got saturated, I thought, no, now I should do something better than what I am doing. That's
Yeah.
how I got into this field of training, and it is really exciting journey, and I'm
Yeah.
loving this.
Yeah, yeah. So I can imagine a 10-year-old or teenage, girl of Nilima is all about to just to educate herself. That's what motivation is all about, to make herself 1% better. And that's how because some people,
Yeah.
when they doing the same profession for long 16 or 20 years again, okay, for continuous, so it's very difficult for them to switch into some other profession. And that is something totally different. You have made yourself into a new as a performance specialist. That is something not easy for everyone, but you have just took a chance. And now I think the way you are
Yes.
running your programs and everything, that's going fantastic. Now, if I ask you one thing, what is performance specialist and what do they do? Like someone who's watching our podcast, so they get some idea what is performance specialist. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, when I take myself as a performance specialist, I'm going to tell you not from the corporate point of view. I'm going to tell you from a performance specialist point of view. Sorry, this came
Mhm.
out. Yeah. So, what we do, like I help people to develop certain skills, combination of skills, which is
Okay.
aligned with their life goals and which is
Mhm.
aligned with their organizational goals. That is what I do. So when
Mhm.
we talk about alignment of goals and with respect to development of skills and building such skills in your personality, that is very important. So few skills, if I say, your
Mhm.
emotional stability, your
Mhm.
self management skills, okay, your
Mhm.
communication, and your whole performance depends upon all these power skills. How you
Mhm.
support each other, how you cooperate with others, how much you reflect on your actions, so that you become the best person to guide yourself. So
Mhm.
when I mentor someone, I always make sure that they are not only they are not with me for very long time. I
Mhm.
should guide them, I should make them so independent that their inner voice, they start guiding them. That is the main
Okay.
idea of this.
Okay.
So when a person
Mhm.
thinks about the behavior, emotions,
Mhm. Mhm.
think about integrity, values, empathy,
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
person is a very fulfilling person. Okay, and becomes very easy to get to your goal and achieve all the dreams and aspiration in your life. To
Mhm.
become or to accelerate your growth, you need
Mhm.
one thing, that is aspiration and
Right.
dream. That is the most important thing,
Yeah.
and
Most
to get
important.
that you need certain skills. So you just combine all these, you perform well in your life. So what
Yeah.
that is what I do.
Yeah. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. I've heard most of the great leaders, they say you have to dream big. Okay. Because you see, Nilima,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people as well. Like when their dreams are just to buy or live a peaceful life, so you cannot push that person correct me if I'm wrong, okay, you cannot push that person
Yeah.
to some extreme level. If suppose if someone is dreaming of just let's take an example like this way of 10 lakh rupees of house, okay, they just dreaming like, I just want to make in my future, I wouldn't want to make a simple Brezza car and simple house, okay, I just want to buy in my future. So you cannot push that person to go for Mercedes, right? If I'm correct me if I'm not wrong, right? So that is
Yeah.
that is really important. That's why you have mentioned it's all about the aspiration and dream, which is very important. If you are dreaming in that way, then only the other person can push you and show you some lights and some guidance, right? So
Yeah.
that's really important.
True.
And
You are right.
yeah, and now if I ask you, like, yeah, so you are into this profession from long period of time, okay, how can anyone become the best version of their self? Or I would say, like, how can we develop our personality? So two things here: how can we develop our personality, and how can we become the best version? So yeah, you can give us some idea on that. Yeah.
So, to develop a personality, you need to be aware of certain things. You need to be aware of your true self. Like, whatever action you are performing, is it aligned with the society goals, and is it aligned with your own goals? And if there is a mismatch, you need to work on that. So, I'll take one example. If we talk about someone's personality,
Mhm.
a person who is very aggressive is not aware of that person is aggressive or impulsive. Okay,
Mhm.
they always justify their aggression with certain reason and blame game, something like that. So what
Mhm.
happens, such people are not aware that there is something they need to work for their personality. So if
Okay.
we take a general example of anyone
Mhm.
who wants to build great personality, or for towards personal excellence, then they need to work on their self reflection mechanism. So
Mhm.
whatever you do, you reflect on that. Okay. Be
Mhm.
aware of yourself. That is the most important thing. And these things can happen when you have your purpose. You
Mhm.
have purpose in your life, that okay, whatever you are going to do and till what time you are going to be alive, you are going to be very efficient, not only
Mhm.
for yourself, for your family, for the
Mhm.
society, and for others who are not even connected to you.
Mhm.
Okay, you should be in a position, whatever you have got in this life, you should
Mhm.
give back to the society in
Exactly.
whatever ways, whatever means you want to do. So once you start thinking in that terms, what happens, you develop something called inspiring attitude. So the
Okay.
moment you develop inspiring attitude, you are not only achievement oriented, but your action becomes very inspiring. So
Mhm.
it is more than achievement, and then you will not take any wrong decisions, so your decisions will be aligned with this inspiration. You are going to inspire the world, or you are going to inspire whosoever is.
Mhm.
What all things are required to become inspiring person? You are able to manage yourself, your values, your beliefs are very strong, you are never compromising on values, you are very empathetic person, you know your time, you know the time is not going to wait for you, you have to take action, you have to be committed to yourself, you are a promising person, you promise and you deliver. So do you keep up the promises to yourself? You get that drive, all these things are combined in a, I would say that in a good personality. I forgot
Mhm.
your next question. Development and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm so
And how
sorry.
can, no, that's all right. How can anyone
Yeah,
become the best version? Suppose let's take an example like this way, okay?
yes,
So
yeah,
if suppose
yeah.
I'm a
So
person, I just want to become the best version of myself. What exactly the things or tips you want to give to me to reach out to the top? Yeah, let's take it like this way. Yeah.
So, if you want to become a best version, the best thing is that you reflect. What
Mhm.
action you are performing, is this the best way to do, or is there any scope of improvement? So, always you look for excellence, not look for perfection. So, the moment you start looking for excellence, or you want to excel, then whatever you are doing today, you will be
Mhm.
better tomorrow. So the
Okay.
every day, if you are becoming 1% better, or some percent better, you are going to become better in all aspects of your life. So
Okay.
give you one example. If you have started understanding yourself, where do you go wrong, or where do you become better?
Mhm.
Okay, you take care of those actions in
Yeah.
advance.
Mhm.
Okay, and you are able to foresee that, okay, this is what is going to happen in next 1 month, or in a next one hour. You will
Mhm.
take precautions. You adjust yourself very well, much before that. You will not jump into the things, learn and experiment, no problem, you learn, but observe, reflect. So the moment you start observing and reflecting, you have already started the journey of becoming best version of yourself. So whole key to become the best version of oneself is observation and reflection and experimentation.
Yeah, and I tell you very honestly, I can really, feel this thing which you have mentioned, right? Because when we watch those motivation videos and all, Sandeep Maheshwari and all, so they doing all kind of things. Karte raho, mehnat karo. These are the things they. We got to hear from them, okay, and I've seen a lot of gurus from if I ask a lot, if I if you also watch the motivation videos, so I've seen a lot of people, they say ki har din aisa karo, ye karo, but the way you have clarified it is really awesome. It's all about to very few people talk about this. It's all about observing themselves. That is first thing. Your self awareness, it is very important. And second thing, just to make sure that whatever you are observing, how you are reflecting on that, what kind of personality you are living. Because if you are not aware of yourself, you how you want to become the best version, that is something. And I can really feel it because 3-4 years back as well, if I talk about myself as well, so I was in a very in a very confusing position. I don't know what exactly the things and all. I'm just working on the things without any goal, without thinking. So then I realized that it is very important, like whatever the steps you are taking, you need to take care why you are taking this step, right? What exactly the purpose behind that. And you have to observe how you are speaking to people, what exactly your mindset is. So that is that is very well said. Anything else you want to add on this point, if someone wants to become the best of themselves in 2023? Anything else?
So you remember the word or
Yeah.
you know that that we use it for boating. Yeah.
No, I haven't heard, but that's all right.
In
Yeah.
Kerala.
Mhm.
Okay, so you remember that word or. O is observation,
Okay.
R is reflection, E is
Mhm.
experimentation. So
Okay.
if you want to become best version of yourself, don't keep doing, whereas you stay back, reflect, and then again you experiment.
Okay.
So don't stop experimenting, keep experimenting, but with reflection. So observe, reflect, and experiment. These three key are important keys to become the best version of
That's
ourselves.
perfect.
That is the most
Yeah.
important.
Yeah. So whoever is watching this podcast, so you got the mantra from Neelima. It's all about the or. It's observe, experiment, and reflect, right?
Reflect and
Reflect and
experiment. Yeah.
experiment. So this is something really important. So you can use this mantra for the 2023 and become the best version of yourself. Now, about if I talk about yourself, so I've seen your post on LinkedIn, from last couple of from last 3-4 months. I'm observing like you are doing frequently a lot of posts on LinkedIn and all. And I've seen your fitness videos as well, like you post your pictures as well, like by doing bicycling and doing some fitness and all. So that's really give some kind of energy, right, to the people. Like that's how I met to you when I've seen your post and all. So I got, okay, this is how you met to other people, if they are doing right thing, right approach. So I just want to ask you, what motivates you and what is the reason for LinkedIn and coming up like this way of of fitness and all? Yeah.
Okay, so I post my gym pictures and my yoga pictures over LinkedIn with only one aim, that and I do it especially on Sunday morning. So that is day which is free from this. It is easily available for me. So why do I do? Because I want to inspire people that this is one of the important thing in our life, to take care of our health. If our health is there, we can achieve more and we can give more to our family. This is one thing. Now question is, what motivates me? Actually nothing motivates me. I am made like that. So when I was young, I remember before my marriage, I used to play on terrace with my cousins. Okay, and I never knew that this is my habit of being in sports and playing. So definitely after some time, it got converted into walk, running, and cycling came to me as a solution of some problem. I developed some pain in my feet and I was not able to go for walk. So I was advised not to use it to that extent. So then that was the time I felt very bad. What should I do to continue with my workout routine? And that's how I started cycling. Okay, while cycling I am not giving any pressure on my feet, and at the same time I am working out. That's how it became my passion and I started enjoying. And definitely if I am not fit, I will either I give this time for my fitness regime, or I give this time to the doctors. Time is going to go, okay? And that is more painful, and definitely that is, no one enjoys standing in a hospital and going to the doctor. No one enjoys. So to avoid that, I would say that I want to be fit throughout my life. That is one thing, and I want to look good, because of that I'm able to control my weight, everything. And another thing, that it gives me different kind of energy. If I do all this, I am very energetic, very enthusiastic, and our energy decides our tone.
Yeah, I can observe
tone
that
in
more
all.
I can observe it
Yeah. So I enjoy that part. So nothing motivates. It is like I love it. So there is no question of motivation. I just love it, so I do it.
Okay. And what kind of message you want to give? Like, is there any message you want to give to people? Like, there are a lot of people,
Yeah.
they don't post on LinkedIn and they feel a bit shy that what people will think about themselves and all kind of, those kind of blah, blah, blah things. So
Yeah.
any kind of message, what you have learned so far of
Yeah.
your journey to LinkedIn and all? Yeah.
So I will give one message here. Whatever you people are going through, I have already gone through that.
Yeah.
So I understand each and every nerves of the like people. So when I was not on LinkedIn, so I just opened an account and I did not do anything for 2 months, because I did not know how to do. And then I was very shy posting my photographs, keeping my profile picture. I was thinking, how can I go in front of so many strangers? That's not possible. And it was there somewhere in March and April. And it was very difficult for me to sustain in my business. And that was the thing. I realized what is going wrong in my work. Why people are not knowing me? They are not aware about my work. What is wrong? So I wanted to fill that gap of I wanted to create awareness about my competency, about my skill, and what I am doing. So that was like a forceful action from my side, and I started first post on May. I don't remember the date, 2021, and 2022, this year only. Just 6 months back, I posted my first post, and I received very good I will say that likes and comments. I felt very good. And that was the time I realized, okay, I can write few sentences, I can write few lines. And and then I started posting every 2 days or 3 days. But what I was doing when I was not posting my post, I used to go on others' post and I used to comment in a very positive manner. I used to add value at others' post. So basically I was supporting others. Blindly I was supporting others. When I liked some post, I just supported. What happened in return? Those people started supporting me. So that is what how my LinkedIn journey started. Okay, so few people who knew me anyway, they were supporting me. Like my business coach was supporting consistently. Other than my business coach, others started supporting me because I started supporting them. And my support was unintentional. Like I was not supporting to get just with that I will also get support. Yeah. But yes, I started getting noticed through my comments, because my comments used to be very valuable, I would say that. And I used to not comment like good and well said. I used to comment with my values, my own perspective. That was So that's how I started from zero, and I have reached to 20,000 plus followers. I'm about to touch, I think, 21,000. But yes, really I made a promise to myself. I am going to post every single day.
Hmm.
And you won't believe, for consistently 4 months, I did not take even one day break from LinkedIn. I
Nice.
posted every single day. And I don't know, with the grace of God, I got so many ideas of content. While cycling, I'm getting ideas. While gymming, I'm getting ideas. You won't believe, my diaries are full of content now. I have got content of for the next 1 year. You won't believe that.
Nice.
That kind of flow was there in my mind, because my mind was focused to, post. So, the whole energy, and I would say the divine, it was helping me to get that
Exactly.
idea, to get that flow of thoughts. And I started doing that. And definitely, every lot of people supported me consistently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So, those
that's
things definitely accelerated my growth. So, whole key is in support and consistency.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
because you have very well mentioned about this thing, I can see, like, I've seen very few of the, who are using LinkedIn. They can, just 4 or 6 months they got 20,000 followers, right? That's really an awesome thing. If
Yeah.
suppose someone also wants to
And
uh,
yeah, I
give
want to
them to.
mention here, I did not only get 20,000 followers, I started getting very good friends.
Mhm.
You won't believe, I never thought that I will become a mentor. I was thinking I am only a corporate trainer and trainer. Okay,
Mhm.
I was positioning myself as a trainer, and people started coming up with their queries, problems, and they started telling, ma'am, you please guide me,
I
so I
see.
will get associated with you. So then I started, designing courses for them, very tailor made courses. I came up with fantastic ideas. And, I have already mentored more than 8 people, and they were associated with me for 3 months, 4 months, and completely new people. Few
Yeah.
of them were known, but most of them were completely new and strangers. So right now also I get most of the inquiries only because of my posts and LinkedIn.
Yeah. Maybe I also need to learn
I'm
something
sorry
from.
to interrupt you.
No, that's all
Yeah.
right. That's all right. I'm just saying, like, maybe I also need to learn something from you. Maybe I'll ask you something for help. So, anyways, just moving to my next question. Okay, now it is all about how do you look at life as a person, like, and what is your biggest motivation when you wake up every day? Like, what sort of idea is all about when we wake up? Like, we thought, okay, this is the day I'm going to change and all. And how about you? How do you look at life as a person? So these are the things. Yeah. What do you?
So I look at life in totality.
Okay.
Totality means not only one aspect of life is important, all
Okay.
aspects of your life is very important. Another thing, that life is not for permanent. No one is knowing that I am alive till what time. But till the time I am alive, I want to give my best to myself. I want to
Mhm.
give best to my family as well as to
Mhm.
the society. So that is the main idea. Now, to fulfill that idea, I'm always very organized and planned person. Okay,
Mhm.
I think for next 2 years, I think for next 5 years. Okay, I am planned for the next 5 years, what I'm going to do after 5 years. So
I see.
once I decide that way, everything is broken down in chunks. So once it
Mhm.
is broken down in chunks, have to take action on daily basis. I cannot think that, okay, if I don't work for 1 week, it is not going to matter. It matters a lot to me. Okay,
Mhm.
so when I wake up in the morning, I am already planned that what all things I'm going to finish, what all things I'm going to do. So right now I have got a lot of work. It is not only running my business, but
Mhm.
this process has got lot of other work for me, networking,
Mhm.
then personal branding,
Exactly.
marketing, the whole strategy I have to make. If I don't work on my strategy, my planning, it
Mhm.
is very difficult to be motivated on daily basis. If you start thinking that particular day what you are going to do, you have already left behind.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you have to be planned, but yes, you have to believe in spontaneity also. So I am
Mhm.
also a very spontaneous person. So if anything comes my way, I never say no.
I see.
If I am not confident and I don't know the thing, still I will say yes, because I know wherever I go, I will handle the things. So
I
if I
see.
don't know also, then also I feel confident कि कुछ भी होगा, मैं manage कर लूंगी और मैं कर लूंगी type. So I am
Mhm.
that kind of person. So it
Mhm.
gives me different vigor and happiness and excitement to deal with the things. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
I hope I give the
yeah,
answer
yeah,
of your question.
I got my answer. Now, now the thing is all about moving to my final thing is all about any advice, any message for young ladies who have just started their career or who are just about to start their career in the professional world or in their different career perspective. Any piece of advice or message last year?
Yeah, so I want to say one thing to not only to women, to everyone. This the things that is not in your control, don't try to control that.
Okay.
That will give you too much of stress. And another thing, when you are into any situation or problem or challenging situation, don't ask this question, ये क्यों हो रहा है मेरे साथ? Why me? Or why is this happening? Why these people are like this? Ask one question, how can you make it better? Okay, how that particular person who is challenging you, how can you give the big, tough fight, not by fighting, but by being resilient, so be focused. If anyone hurts you, you think for your future, that what are your bigger goal? Is this important, or your bigger goal is more important? So once we start thinking in that manner, our whole perception changes. We interpret things in much calmer way, and then that is the time we start thinking that, okay, I am much efficient person. This is one thing. Another thing, always be prepared. Whatever happens, think that you can handle and you can deal with that situation. So keep yourself very calm in a very positive manner. At the same time, believe in that gratitude, power of gratitude. Whatever you have, be thankful for that, and keep thinking that, okay, you will be better than this, what you are now, you will be better than today. So that's all. And
That's all.
give respect to yourself as well as give respect to others. That is one of the most important ingredient. Yeah.
That's a wonderfully experience. So I would like to say thanks, Nima, for coming and joining me on this podcast. And it's a privilege for me to have you on this podcast. Apart from that, how you are feeling? Can you give some kind of message for this podcast? Like, how about my This Hero podcast? Anything about This Hero podcast? Is it helpful or something?
I would say it is amazing, and I really thoroughly enjoyed because I love speaking and I love listening to people and meeting people. That is one thing. I have one message for all the women, that whatever situation is, never ever compromise on your earning means, I want to say, be financially independent. And this message is not only for women, this message is for young students also, those who go as a fresher to any corporate and they decide to leave the job. So when you leave, you don't learn. When you continue, then only you learn. So never compromise on your financial independence. Please be financially independent, be contented. Then only if you are contented, you are happy, you feel like seeing others happy. So that all those negativity will go if you are positive and you believe in this contentment, power of contentment. This is very important. Yeah.
So that's all. Thanks everyone for watching this podcast, and we'll come up with new episode with new people with new messages. Stay smart, stay wonderful.